This is the Going Analog Quiz Show. I am Shu, your quiz master. Joining me today is our guest, Grant Lyon, a professional
Hey.
comedian, a board game content creator, and a freshly minted game designer who co-created Curmudgeon, a game where everyone's being really mean to each other. Hey, say hi, Grant.
Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope the game is not everybody being mean to each other. I hope it's about people being funny and silly. That was the idea. I don't want people to go home crying. This guy's a comedian and he wants you to feel bad about yourself.
It's right. We're recording this 2020, so yeah, that's kind of the vibe, right? Everyone being sad and angry all the time. So maybe it's on point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us what you're working on, or plug something in 10 words or fewer.
Here's my 10 words. Curmudgeon, a game of silly insults for creative people. Dummy.
All right, nice word. Oh, I do have one more question for you. So,
Okay.
You do stand-up comedy. I've seen some of your bits. What's more nerve-wracking, performing stand-up comedy in front of a live audience, or trying to answer board game trivia with my judgmental face on the screen?
I mean, the board game trivia is definitely harder because I can see your face right here. In a stand-up crowd, it's a sea of people I don't know, but now I got one judgmental person staring right at me the whole time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I see you put on the judgmental face. Yeah.
Yep, you're gonna get this all show long. Okay.
Yeah, so this is more nerve-wracking.
All right, you're gonna do Going Analog Quiz. You can earn up to 20 points, and as of this recording, no one's done this yet. No one's really come that close either. So we're gonna go into round one. This is multiple choice. Now, since you're a comedian, we want to see how well you know the world of comedy, but inside the world of board games. All right, you ready? All right.
Yes.
Round one. So the subject is funny how I amuse you. All right. So question number one, which one of these does not have a Seinfeld edition? Is it A, Trivial Pursuit, B, Seen It, C, Clue, or D, Monopoly?
I think that it is D, Monopoly.
Wrong. There actually is a Seinfeld Monopoly. It's the answer is Trivial Pursuit. There's trivia games for Seinfeld, but no Trivial Pursuit.
Because people that love Seinfeld know the most trivia about any game there is. You'll be like, oh yes, well at episode 345, George said, and you're like, boy, I can't compete with you.
Yeah. Trivial Pursuit should have jumped on that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, question number two.
A natural one.
Yep.
Okay.
Which one of these is a real edition of Trivial Pursuit? Speaking of Trivial Pursuit, is it A, Cheers, B, The Golden Girls, C, Will and Grace, or D, I Love Lucy?
Man, these are tough. All right, and it doesn't help that your judgmental face is staring at me, already disappointed that I've gotten the first one wrong. I'm gonna go with B, The Golden Girls.
Nice work. That was tough. Yeah, that's a tricky one, but that is a real Trivial Pursuit. All right. Question number three. Which of these comedies has the most board games or party games, not counting expansions? Is it A, The Office, B, The Big Bang Theory, C, Cheers, or D, Rick and Morty?
Man, I personally have played multiple Rick and Morty games, but I don't think that that's the answer because it's too niche. So I'm going to go with A, The Office.
That's a good line of thinking, but that is incorrect. It actually is Rick and Morty.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I didn't trust my own experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought not enough people know Rick and Morty.
Yeah. But I mean, you haven't played all the Cheers games, so who knows, right?
True.
So in case you're curious, there have been 2 Cheers games, 7 Office games, 14 Big Bang Theory games, and a whopping 21 Rick and Morty games.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Rick and Morty has, it's like Rick and Morty is a show I'm like, it has its fans and its fans are rabid. I love the show. I think it's hilarious. But if I talk to anybody in like my mom's generation, they're going to be like, Rick and who? What? Yeah. Why? Who's Rick? And you're going to be like, Pickle Rick. And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about one bit.
Yep. And my mom's never going to watch Rick and Morty. She's not going to understand that.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, number 4. Which of these is the highest rated Simpsons game on Board Game Geek? Is it A, Clue, The Simpsons, B, The Simpsons 3D Chess, C, Codenames The Simpsons, and D, The Simpsons trading card game? Before you answer, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's probably not the one you're thinking of. Or it's not the one you're probably thinking of.
Oh, because I was thinking of Codenames because it's just such a popular game in general. So then that makes me go, well, you know what? All of these are reskins except for D, I feel like. So I'm going to say D because it's its own kind of game.
That is a good guess, but unfortunately it's B, Simpsons 3D Chess. Yeah.
Man, but I am really struggling here.
I gave you tough questions. Yeah. These are questions that no one should really reasonably know. But
Yeah.
All right.
When you were referring to the one that you think that I would think, was it the Codenames one?
Was Codenames. Yeah, that's like I tested out on my wife, Christina, and I gave her the same hint, and that's her first thought too. Of like, of course, it's got to be Codenames.
Yeah, because Codenames is just so popular in general. You think sort of any version of it is going to continue to be pretty popular.
Yeah. All right. Well, question number 5 is, which of these is not a Telestrations game? And the reason I bring up Telestrations, not a comedy game, but it's the game I consistently laugh at every time I play it.
It's one of our favorites at our house. That is the game where we always play the last game of the night when everybody's kind of tired, because you want people to be like not good at drawing, because when people are bad, it's funnier. You know,
such a funny game. Like guaranteed laughs, probably tears at least once during the game.
Totally,
really good. But which one of these is not a Telestrations game? Is it A, After Dark, B, the 6-player family pack, C, Upside Drawn, or D, Drawn Out?
Well, I have the 6-player family pack, so I definitely know that is not the answer. Man, everybody loves to do After Dark versions, so I'm going to say that that's a real one as well. So I'm going to go with D, is not a real one.
Correct. Drawn Out is not a Telestrations game.
I have not played Upside Drawn, but that sounds very fun to have to draw everything upside down, I assume, is how that game works?
No, it's a great concept where you team up with 2 people at a time. One person is holding the pad, and the other person's holding a pen, and then the person holding the pad. Wait, which way does it go? The person holding the pad is instructing moving the sheet of paper, and the only thing that person can communicate is for the other person to lift the pen up or push the pen down. So it's really hard to draw. You're drawing backwards pretty much.
So you're drawing very poorly.
Very poorly. Yeah. And then your team's trying to guess what you're drawing, and everyone's racing.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I like that.
Okay, so really good job. You got 2 points out of 5. Well, sorry, I take that back. You did an okay job. 2 out of 5.
I don't think 2 out of 5 is ever going to be considered really good unless we're playing baseball.
Right. All right, so we're going into round 2 now. There's 5 more points up for grabs. So your game's called Curmudgeon, which I'm holding right here. You sent this over to us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for checking it out.
But on this box is a happy, charming old man. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't fit, right? So we figured we kind of show you what real curmudgeons look like. A lot of that on board game boxes. So I'm going to show you some grumpy-looking fellas, and you have to identify the game box.
Okay.
Right. So this is a picture round. So can you tell me what game is this from?
That's Great Western Trail. That one, you gave me a gimme one on that one.
Good job. Well, that's the tough part about doing these quizzes. Like, we don't know your gaming background, right?
Totally.
We don't know what you like, what you don't like. So we don't know what's easy or hard until we get into it. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I did a bunch of flashcards of the top 200 BGG ranked games to prepare for this.
To practice for this, your biggest moment on stage ever. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So number 2, name this game. And I'll give you a small hint. This is the older version. They recently remade this, but this is the original.
So is it Carcassonne?
Nope, not a bad guess. The same kind of genre with the castle stuff. This is Caylus.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't recognize it from Carcassonne, but I also was like, that's not a game. I've played that game, but it's not a game I play regularly, so I don't really remember the box.
But it's also generic Euro white guy looking sternly at you, cover.
True.
So. All right, how about this one? Name this game.
Is that Through the Ages?
Good job. That is Through the Ages. All right. So
boy, I'm doing better at the grumpy old men than I am at the comedy. What does that say about me being a comedian?
Yeah. Well, you might be speaking too soon. You're so far 2 points in this round.
I got real cocky here already.
You got 2 more to go.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Can you name this game?
Feast of Odin.
Very good. Very good.
Boom. Already doing better. Now we confirmed it.
Well, Christina was making fun of me. She's like, "That's not a grumpy old man." I'm like, look at that Planet of the Apes fella in the back. He looks a little curmudgeon. Yeah. All right, that is Feast for Odin, correct. And then the last one in the picture round. Can you name this game?
Boy, this is my sister is gonna be so mad at me because she keeps trying to get me to watch this TV show because it's one of her favorite TV shows of all time, and I cannot remember I'm blanking. It starts with an S, and I cannot remember what it is right now. And we just had a conversation about it yesterday. It's Star.
I'll give you a hint. It doesn't start with the letter S. So I eliminated one of the 26 letters it could start with. That's your hint, but it doesn't start with an S.
Then I don't. I mean, is it? Boy, The Librarians? Is it the new one?
Nope. This is an older show, but also a really old show. This is Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So right now your score is a total of 5 out of 10. So, okay. Now,
really, I gotta get a passing score. As long as I get a D, I need to get what? I need to get what's a D out of 20? Like 15?
15 is going to be a really good score. If you could get 15, that's a pretty good score by our standards. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to get 15 because that would require me to get all 10 of the next months, but one can dream,
Yeah. So this is just going to be a speed round. So you have 1 minute to get through as many questions as you can. You can pass, but the key is if you're stuck, you should just move on because you only have 1 minute to get through as many of these.
Okay.
And generally, we're not going to get through 10 questions. Very few people do.
Okay.
In one of your Game Rex videos, Grant's, I didn't realize how hard this would be to say. Grant's Game Rex. These are the videos that you put out where you talk about the game that you like. You said in one of the videos for Sagrada that you like dice games. So I want to see how well you know your dice games.
Okay. I do like dice games.
All right. Are you ready?
I am.
You got 1 minute. On go. We're going to start the timer. Really? Ready? Go. Name the monster summoning dice bag building game that later evolved into Marvel Dice Masters.
Pass.
Where are you normally not allowed to heal in King of Tokyo?
Where are you not allowed to heal? Oh, in Tokyo.
Correct. What do the dice represent in Alien Frontiers?
Pass.
Name the shuffleboard-like game where you're flicking dice down into scoring areas while knocking other dice away.
Crunk?
Nope. What's the sequel to Race for the Galaxy?
Race for the Galaxies?
No. What board game has players trying to build the best tabletop RPG character?
The best tabletop RPG. Pass.
Okay. What is a cooperative dice builder RPG where Gearlocks are trying to defeat tyrants?
Boy, I don't know. Pass.
What popular card game are you really playing with the dice in Dice Town?
Really? Man, pass.
All right. I'll go through
all
those guys.
That was all of them?
No. You're out of time.
Oh, I'm out of time. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go back.
Boy, rough.
Yeah. So the monster summoning dice bag building game that turned into Marvel Dice Masters was originally Couriers. You got the King of Tokyo one right. The dice in Alien Frontiers are spaceships. The shuffleboard-like game, you had the right idea. Crokinole, I think you were trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
But it's Tumbling Dice is the name of this game.
Okay.
The sequel to Race for the Galaxy is Roll for the Galaxy.
I knew. I was like, I know it's really close. I played it before, but I couldn't think of it right there. That's why I was like, I know it's close to Race for the Galaxy.
You probably didn't think it'd have a cheesy name like Roll for the Galaxy. That sounds terrible, right? The board game where you're trying to build the best tabletop RPG character is Role Player. So this is a game where you're actually like creating your D&D
I've never played it. I know it, but I've never played it.
All right. The cooperative dice builder RPG with Gearlocks and Tyrants has Too Many Bones. The popular card game you're playing with the dice in Dice Town is Poker. And then the last two questions you didn't get to, the dice. What is the dice-based version of Pandemic called? That's Pandemic: The Cure. And then what dice game are you trying to roll brains but not shotgun blasts?
Zombie dice.
Yeah. We didn't get to the
last one.
All right. Your total score is a 6 out of 20.
Boy.
6 out of 20.
Yeah.
So that is like one of the bad seasons in Big Bang Theory in terms of the comedy scale or something like that. So
you know what? I'm gonna go home with my head in my hand, with my hat in my hand and my tail between my legs. But the good thing is it's a pandemic, so I'm already home, so I don't have that far to travel.
Yep. All right.
It is so hard with like board game stuff, right? Because it's like there's just so many games. Like if you had asked a dice question about like That's Pretty Clever or Champions of Midgard or somewhere, I'm like, those are some of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, again, it's so weird because we just don't know what you know or every game you've played.
Totally.
So it's a tough thing, and we just never know how people are going to do on our show. But so your final score is 6 out of 20. Thanks for coming on our show today. So tell people where we can find you.
If you want to watch my short and humorous game videos, they are on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Grant Lyon. My game Curmudgeon is now out. If you just throw in Curmudgeon game into Google, or you go to curmudgeongame.com, or it's being published by 25th Century Games. So any of those sort of places you can find the game.
Very cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on our show today, Grant. We really appreciate it. So that is the Going Analog Quiz Show. Now you can stop watching and go play a game. Bye.
All right. Bye.